In this video, I'm going to be ranking the best power forward cards right now in NBA 2K25 My Team on a tier list here ranging from S that does rank all the way down to D tier, and we have about 35 of the best power forwards in my team, and I want you guys to let me know in the comment section down below what power forwards you guys currently rocking on your squad, and of course let me know what you guys would change about my power forward card tier list. So starting with the first power forward is going to be Dark Matter Sengun, and I think Sengun is great. I think he is probably an A tier power forward. I think he's nowhere near the top 5 power forwards in this game to be in the S tier category, but I do think he's a really good offensive power forward. 6'11" at the 4, 7'2" wingspan, and I really like this card's jump shot. Normal 2 fade is okay. It's not my favorite fade in this game, but it's definitely decent. He's got some okay dribble sigs for a power forward card. His defense could be a lot better. I think that's the one big flaw about this Sengun card, but I think I think realistically still gonna be in the A tier category. Now, I would say Kevin Garnett is probably one of the worst power forwards on this tier list. Is he some like awful power forward card compared to like all the power forwards in this game? No, but these are like the top 35 power forwards in my team. I think Kevin Garnett's probably going to be one of the weaker and worst cards on this list just because of his jump shot. Not a huge fan of this release. He provides no like kind of floor spacing, no dribbling, no shot creation. All this card really does is play good defense, be physical, and have good strength, and that's about it at the power forward position. In my opinion, KG is not horrible, but I also don't think he's that good compared to, again, the best power forwards in this game. Now, 100 overall Anthony Davis is a very hard card to rank because is he top 5? I don't know. There's a lot of good power forwards in this game. I would say Anthony Davis, for me personally, will be in the A tier category for now, but maybe could get moved up to the S tier category. Just not a huge fan of his jump shot, and he's only 6'10" at power forward. He is a really good defensive card, but I do wish they gave him a better jump shot because not really a huge fan of his jump shot, but I do think A tier is a fair spot for Anthony Davis. Now, Kel'el Ware seems like a B tier card to me. He's 7 foot at power forward, has a good jump shot, really good defensive card, blocks a lot of shots, has a really good player model. I think B tier is fair for Pink Diamond Kel'el Ware. Dark Matter Hakeem, I think you got to throw this card in A. 1000%. I mean, he's a great power forward card. Yes, his jump shot could be a little bit iffy to get used to at first, but I think it's a fine jump shot. His defense is really good. I think Dark Matter Hakeem's still going to be an A tier. 100 overall Shaq, I mean, you got to throw this card in S, right? You literally have to throw this card in the S tier category. He is a monster down low. They gave him a new jump shot with the Chris Bosh base, the Franz Wagner upper on very quick timing. He's got a great jump shot. They gave him the Garland dribble style. He's got really good dribble sigs. He's obviously Shaq with 99 stats, at 99 speed, 99 3 is unbelievable at the power forward position. I do think Shaq is one of the best power forwards still in this game, and I do think it's going to be in the S tier category. Now talking about Dark Matter Bam, I like him more so in B tier. I don't think he's on the same level as like an Anthony Davis, a Sengun, and a Hakeem at the power forward position. He's only 6'9", but he does play good defense, and I think he's actually got a very nice jump shot on very quick timing. Galaxy Bob McAdoo, he's probably also B tier. He's just not a great card in my personal opinion, you know, compared to like the top tier power forwards, but he's not horrible. Like, he's not a horrible power forward card. I just don't think he's that great compared to like the top tier power forwards right now in my team. Miles Turner, really do like this card at the power forward position. I think he's actually maybe not super underrated, but isn't talked about that much when we're talking about the best power forwards in this game. He's damn near Dark Matter. Like, besides his speed being a little bit lower at only 88 speed, like, what does this card necessarily do worse than Marc Gasol? And I'm not kidding, like, Marc Gasol is really good. I love Marc Gasol, and Marc Gasol probably has a better jump shot, but like defensively they're the same. Stats wise they're pretty much the same. Badges wise, sure, you could give the slight advantage to Marc Gasol just because he's got 24 Hall of Fames compared to 18 for Miles Turner. Like, shifty shooter, you know, is obviously helpful. Miles Turner does have high flying denier, which is better, but then yeah, I guess Marc Gasol's got Hall of Fame on ball menace, glove, a movable dimer, lightning launch. Like, yeah, sure, Marc Gasol probably a slightly better card, but like same dribble style. Escape, yeah, I'll give Marc Gasol's got the better escape with the James Harden escape. Behind the back, about the same. Wiggins and Ants both aren't great in my personal opinion. You know, same height, same wingspan. I guess Gasol's got a little bit better of a player model, and yeah, probably the better jump shot, but not by like a ton. Not a huge difference. I mean, I guess normal fade is better than basic. Like, Marc Gasol's a better card, and I don't know where Marc Gasol is. We're gonna throw him in A tier as well. He's also an A tier power forward. Marc Gasol is great. I'm just saying, Miles Turner's on that same level. You know, how much worse is he than Hakeem? He's not that much worse defensively, but he's got a way better jump shot. Maybe Hakeem's got a little bit better movement, but I just think Miles Turner is actually a top tier power forward, and many people don't actually realize that. But yeah, I think Miles Turner and Marc Gasol both going to be an A tier. Now, Nikola Jokic, as much as he's the best player in real life, and you know, maybe you could be good with this card if you're good with Jokic cards and you like using them, but realistically, that card's honestly horrible. He's going to be a D tier. Dark Matter Alex R, another tricky one, because is he a top 5 power forward in this game? I'm going to say most likely not, but he is ridiculously good at the power forward position. His defense is great. I like his jump shot. He's got a really good player model. I think Alex R is for sure going to be a top tier A tier power forward. Now, Bargnani, I think, is probably he's either really high B or low A. I think Bargnani is really good. I'm going to go B tier for me personally. I think he's definitely the best card in B tier so far. He is such a great power forward card, especially for his price. A card that, again, nobody really talks about, but he does have a good jump shot. I like Bargnani at power forward. I just do think he's going to be in that high A tier, or sorry, high B tier, just missing out of the A tier category. Talking about Dark Matter Pau Gasol, I'm not a huge fan of this card. If I'm being completely honest, I think C tier sounds fair to me. Like, jump shot wise, not a huge fan of. I don't like his jump shot. His dribble sigs aren't anything special. His defense is good. I guess his speed is okay. Like, it could be a little bit higher. The vertical, the agility could be higher. I'm just not a huge fan of his jump shot. I would run Bob McAdoo, Bam, Kel'el Ware, and Bargnani over Pau Gasol any day of the week. So I do think C tier is a fair spot for Pau Gasol. Cat, realistically, again with Jokic, both going to have to be in that D tier category. Just not great power forward cards in my personal opinion. 100 overall Wilt, maybe the best power forward in this game. I think he probably is the best power forward, depending what you're looking for. But if you're looking for a power forward to be an absolute monster on the defensive end, I mean, probably the best all-around defender in this game. A card that is 7'1" with an 8-foot wingspan. You don't understand how overpowered that can be for contesting shots, blocking shots, grabbing rebounds. Everything is just so much easier and so much more overpowered when you have an 8-foot wingspan. Obviously, the 99 stats, they gave him a great jump shot with the Claxton base, GG Jackson upper on very quick timing. Great jump shot, especially in the catch and shoot. He's got the Pro 2 fade, which is one of the best fades in this game. He's got Kemba escape, which is one of my personal favorite escapes in this game. And then also the Russell Westbrook dribble style. Will Chamberlain, obviously going to be an S tier. Moses Malone, really like this card at power forward. And do I think he's A tier? Personally not. I think he's one of the best cards in B though, 1000%. And people might think I'm rating him a little bit lower. I think he's a better Bob McAdoo. He's a better Bam Adebayo. But would I take every power forward over him in A? I personally would, just in my personal opinion. I would take Sengun. I would take Marc Gasol. I would take Anthony Davis. I would take Alex R over Moses Malone at the power forward position. Galexo Dino, I would also take over Moses. I think, you know, he's probably in the lower A tier category, but I do think Dino is really good at power forward. I like his jump shot, and I do think he plays extremely good defense. Vucevic feels like C tier to me. He's not as good as these cards in B tier, but he's also better than like a Kevin Garnett. He's better than a Cat at the power forward position. He does have a good jump shot. Could be a lot better defensively though. Dark Matter Chet, pretty much the same card as Dark Matter Sar. I think they're both very comparable at the power forward position. Both really good defensive cards, have really good player models, but I do think Chet is going to be somewhere in the higher A tier category. Talking about Dark Matter Kareem, this card to me feels more like a center. If I were to use Dark Matter Kareem, I feel like I'd use him more at the center position. He's 7'2" with a 7', I think it's 5 wingspan, but let me just quickly make sure the wingspan on Kareem. I believe I know he's 7'2". Is it 7'5" wingspan? Yeah, it's 7'5" wingspan. Not a huge fan of the 3 ball being, you know, lower rating wise, and also not a huge fan of his jump shot. That's just why I like playing him at the center position more, because his jump shot to me is a little bit inconsistent, just from my personal timing and my personal opinion. I like him more at center, but he probably realistically is an S tier power forward card. Galexo Yi, he seems like another C tier power forward option. Not one of the worst power forwards in this game, but also not like a great power forward. I think C tier is fair for Galexo Yi. Talking about Dark Matter Embiid, you guys know where he's going. He's going on that same ranking as Hakeem. They're pretty much the exact same power forward right now in my team. 100 overall Tim Duncan. The Pro Pass card is easily a top 2, easily top 3 power forward in this game. I mean, such a good jump shot. They gave him the KPJ base. They gave him some of the best dribble sigs in my team. They literally made Tim Duncan move like a pro-am point guard. It's kind of insane. Maybe not a pro-am point guard, but they make him move like a guard in my team. He's got some of the best dribble sigs in the game. Easily going to be in the S tier category. Now his free version at level 40, the free 100 overall card, is still A tier. He is still a great power forward card. By no means is he as good as the 100 overall card, but he's still a great power forward. He's still going to play really good defense. He's still got a usable jump shot. And yeah, his dribble sigs aren't the pro pass, godly type of sigs, but he can still move a little bit if you need him to at the power forward position. And unless you're looking for like a 3 hunting card at power forward, Tim Duncan's going to give you everything you need at the power forward position. Chris Bosh to me feels also like another A tier power forward. He doesn't seem as good as the cards in S, but he's also better than all of the cards in B tier 1000%. Joakim Noah feels to me like without the dynamic duo, he's probably high B tier. Joakim Noah is great, and I think with the duo, you can maybe make the argument for low A, but again, it's one of those things where I personally would take every single card in A tier over Joakim Noah, at the power forward position. That's just for me personally, but I do think Joakim Noah, one of the best power forwards in B tier. Dark Matter Bull, people are going to call me insane, and I understand that. I think Bull, he's 7'3", fine. I'll put him in A tier. He's 7'3". I know people are gonna get pissed off and say I'm delusional for putting him in B tier. I just do not like this card's jump shot. I think he's so overrated and so overpriced, but he's still 7'3" at power forward, 7'7" wingspan. He's still glitchy as hell in my team. I'll give him the A tier category just to make you guys happy. Now 100 overall Patrick Ewing I think is good, I guess, but like, is he better than a Bam? I don't like his jump shot. Realistically, I think Patrick Ewing is going to be in C tier. 100 overall Kristaps, 1000% going to be in the S tier category. I mean, it's Kristaps. He's 7'2" at power forward with a really good jump shot. Now, D-Rob, I think, is probably somewhere in the higher A tier category. I like this card for his defense. Once again, just like Kareem, because of his jump shot not being like the best in this world, I kind of like running D-Rob more at center than I do power forward. But I do think D-Rob is still one of the best power forwards in my team. Jaren Jackson Jr., he's also going to be an A tier. Really good defensive power forward with a very quick jump shot. Giannis at the power forward position, he's still probably an A tier. Really good defensive card. And then you got his invincible card. I wanted to include invincible Giannis just in case people were wondering, like, where would he fit in at the power forward position. I do recommend, if you somehow have this card, to run him at small forward. He's so much better of a small forward than he is power forward, but he's still one of the best power forwards in this game. He's easily going to be an S. And I think, like, potentially if I wanted to move a couple cards down, like I can move Dino Raja down, maybe Miles Turner, maybe honestly Bull. Like I was kind of debating having Bull in B tier, but like I could understand this, maybe dropping Joakim down, or sorry, dropping Dino down to the same tier as Miles Turner, or sorry, dropping Dino Raja down to the same tier as Joakim Noah, because we have a lot of cards in the A tier category. But I think that's fair for my personal rankings. But let me know in the comment section down below, what do you guys think about my tier list, and let me know what you guys would change about it, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.